On the touchdown in Las Vegas, the second leg of the training camp. I'm feeling energized, I'm feeling refreshed. So yeah, come inside, have a look what's going on. Tough training, tough lifestyle, rough and tough. But listen, how else would I want it? I love it.
Feet, don't look for nothing, that's good. Don't look for nothing. Now step around him, upper body. Keep a rhythm now, keep a rhythm. Don't wait on him. Now you're waiting on him, mate. How do you feel?
Good.
Just be a bit sharper, mate. You're waiting on him again. You're letting him attack you and then you're trying to get away too late. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what am I bringing differently? I wouldn't say a new mindset, but definitely like a new perspective. But ultimately, everything new has to lead to a win. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on right now, just winning. With training camp, it's grueling, like there's no doubt about that, but you just need to have a clear mind and be optimistic and run towards challenges every day. And that's how I'm able to get through, is just the perspective I have on what suffering.
December 19th, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. The headlines say fight night, but that's not the real story. The real shock is the sudden change that just snapped inside AJ, as if someone cut the lights, and what came back on wasn't a boxer, but a hunter. It's like one moment he was Anthony Joshua, the superstar, and the next moment he was something colder, sharper, almost dangerous. And you can feel it already. This isn't hype. This isn't drama. This is the look of a man who refuses to be embarrassed on a global stage. Stay locked in, because this isn't the fight you think it is. This is something darker.
Good. Good. Nice composure, good.
I'm here for a purpose, so that's the reason why I'm in Dallas. It's basically up early in the morning, ice bath, train, come back, eat, sleep, repeat. The same as it is in London to a degree, minus the 1% distractions. And in a game of sports where it's based on margins, 1% make a big difference.
The second the date became official, Joshua switched into full military mission mode. No clowning around, no paycheck energy. This is the kind of camp fighters enter when their career legacy is breathing down their neck. He's sparring like he's trying to erase someone. He's drilling footwork like every step matters. He's studying tape, not like homework, but like evidence. This version of AJ, we haven't seen it since the Ruiz redemption, and it hits like a flashback to a nightmare no one wants to relive. And this is just the beginning.
So being out here in the States, I can really see a change in Josh. Like, his mindset is one thing that, you know, being out here, it's like so tunnel vision. It's like every single day is geared towards something in camp. So everyone back home will be like, oh, so what did you do on Thursday? You had the day off? And it's like, it's a day off, but it's a day off to get ready for the day on.
So there we have it. Back on my feet. I got through the pain of the blister. Back to work. They're miles in.
No smiles, no cameras, no jokes. This is tunnel vision AJ, the champion who feels a worldwide spotlight burning into his skin. He's tightening that jab like a surgeon prepping for open heart work. He's working timing like every millisecond is a threat. He's drilling fundamentals with the precision of a man who knows millions are waiting to judge him. He isn't preparing for Jake Paul like a social media fighter. He's preparing like Jake is a top 5 heavyweight. Because in AJ's mind, the actual danger isn't Paul's power. The danger is humiliation.
I want to test myself. I've been through a lot, and I want to see what I have left to give. When I say what I have left to give, I am not resting on what I have. I am building on what I have. And I want to see how far I can take myself. I know what it takes. I know what this game's about. And I'm going to push myself beyond the limits where I've been before. Hence why I found myself in Dallas, because I'm trying to find an environment that can stimulate me, motivate me, and push me on to higher heights.
And that's why December 19th doesn't feel like a circus anymore. It feels like a psychological statement. AJ's grinding like someone who just remembered he used to rule the heavyweight world. Which brings us to Ben Davidson, Because when Ben sees this matchup, his reaction freezes like someone told him a goldfish signed a contract to spar a shark. You can see it in his face. Confusion, disbelief, borderline panic. Because what AJ's doing behind closed doors. That's not entertainment. That's preparation for destruction.
Make of, I guess, this sort of crazy fight that's been potentially proposed.
What you just said is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah, like, in what realm does Jake Paul have, like, I think he's very dangerous, isn't it, really? Like, in what realm does Jake Paul have a...
Dangerous in the sense of for the health of Jake, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is a sport that we love, and I think we need to protect that.
Ben literally blinks, twice, like someone rebooted his brain. He practically whispers, "What universe are we talking about?" And he's not wrong. We all see AJ sharpening up like a man with something to prove. He's drilling that jab like a hammer. He's moving like every inch of space might kill you. Meanwhile, Ben is stressing about safety protocols like someone about to report a crime scene. His message is simple. Jake isn't stepping into ambition, he's stepping into danger. A matchup with AJ, he says, isn't a career move. It's practically a medical emergency.
In front of Jake Paul, would you, and he asked your advice, would you be advising him not to take this fight?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Of course. And, you know, he's one of the most dangerous guys in the world to go step in a ring with. Like, you saw that with Ngannou, who was a seasoned, you know, one of the most durable men on the planet in one of the toughest sports in combat sports in the UFC. And yeah, so, but I don't know, I'll stay out of all that stuff. So.
Then he hits the comparison. We've heard fighters rob banks before, but Floyd never tried to knock someone into the next year. Ben looks terrified because AJ's training like he's racing a stopwatch, not shadowboxing a YouTuber. And Jake? He's walking straight into a dimension where one wrong step gets your soul unplugged. This is the kind of fight that makes even the calmest boxing minds whisper, "Are we seriously doing this?" But hold on, because everything you've heard so far, that's nothing compared to what comes next.
Does a fight like that damage the integrity of the sport, would you say? For AJ being a world-level contender, like, you're not going to say no at him for...
It's not my position to decide that, but I don't really know. I just... do you know the saying, like, I think Floyd done it against McGregor, saying about robbing the bank, do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them. Yeah. But at the same time, like, it's different with Floyd. He's not like someone like AJ that could take somebody's head off, do you know what I mean?
As Ben looks like a man who just watched a volunteer run into a hurricane, we shift into Nikisa Badarian, Jake's strategic mastermind. And Nikisa speaks about Jake Paul like he's unveiling a superhero origin story. No panic, no worry, just calm, confident explanation, as if he's ordering a sandwich. While you and I are like, dude, that's Anthony Joshua. But Nikisa says it like Jake woke up, stretched, drank coffee, and said, yeah, I'll fight a former unified heavyweight champion today.
How dangerous is this for Paul?
This is a more dangerous fight than Gervonta Tank Davis, but it's a more winnable fight than Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta was small, fast, super skilled. Joshua is big, heavy puncher, but not as evasive. So I think if Jake has the right game plan, he has a pretty good shot of winning this.
And the wildest part, Nikisa is dead serious. This isn't a hype pitch. This is Netflix global stage, 125 million viewers. Judgment Day branding delivered like it's morning announcements. He talks about the danger like it's just a bullet point on a PowerPoint slide. He even compares Joshua to Tank Davis. Sure, Tank is slick, but Joshua hits like a rollaway truck flying downhill. That's not confidence. That's poker face insanity.
I would say it's much less of a mismatch than AJ's 9th or 10th fight against guys who've been knocked out 20 to 25 times. Given AJ's pedigree, Jake is built for this. Jake is built for the big moments. So do I think it's dangerous for Jake Paul? Absolutely. Do I think it's also dangerous for Anthony Joshua? 100%.
I mean, we're just watching some of these punches being thrown now. Can he take something like that, Jake Paul?
Alexander Usyk took it.
Then Nikisa describes Jake's preparation like the man's been training inside a video game engine. Full-time camp in Puerto Rico, bouncing between cruiserweight and heavyweight, like he's just switching outfits in a locker menu. And he genuinely believes Jake can shock the world. Not pretend confidence, but the kind where the victory parade is already printed and laminated. Whether you think Jake is crazy, brave, or straight up allergic to easy fights, Nikisa is selling this as boxing's next chapter of chaos. And here's the truth. We're all watching.
Look at the experience that Jake has gained in the 5 years he's been in the sport. To be in your 12th or 13th fight in front of 80,000 people at AT&T Stadium in front of 125 million viewers, that's not experience you can gain normally. So he's gonna go into that event very calm and very composed. And I fully believe that he does 100% think he's going to beat Anthony Joshua.
Leaving Nikisa's superhero speech, we crash into Simon Jordan, boxing purist turned live radio meltdown machine. Jordan reacts to this matchup the way a disappointed dad reacts when you say you're quitting your job to become a street magician. He's not just shocked, he sounds offended by reality. A YouTuber fighting a two-time heavyweight champion in New York, really? He talks about fighter welfare, like Jake volunteered to spar a forklift. Meanwhile, AJ's training in Texas like he's lifting planets.
Guys, as a YouTuber or not, he's licensed to fight, which means that the governing body should be suggesting that this is not a fight that possibly they should be looking to sanction.
Yeah.
But they will, because the sanctioning fees will be enormous. Anthony Joshua will not lose his legacy like some people are suggesting, because no one will remember it in 2 or 3 years' time. If he embarrasses himself in there, they'll remember it. If he goes in and knocks him out in 30 seconds flat, or turns it into a little bit more of a sort of Jake LaMotta raging bull, holding him up for a few rounds and then knocking him out, then people will forgive it. He'll get a big bag of money, which most people in the world would take, and move on.
Jordan doesn't quit. He melts into pure boxing poetry. He describes Jake flying out of the ring like someone accidentally pressed launch character instead of fight. He lectures the audience about how boxing is turning into entertainment, while Jake Paul treats combat like a content subscription. AJ might earn millions just for showing up with gloves tied correctly. And you can't help it. You're laughing, cringing, intrigued, horrified, and entertained all at the same time. Because no matter who you root for, we all know we're watching every second.
But this doesn't prepare Anthony Joshua for any meaningful fights post that. And it worries me, insofar as I should be worried on behalf of Jake Paul, because he's got plenty to say for himself, that someone somewhere along the line is going to get really hurt. And you watch the fight on Saturday evening where you watch Echo Esserman get knocked out of the ring and hurt by Jack Catterall. He's a professional fighter. I don't care whether Jake Paul's a professional fighter now at a certain level. He's not even a Southern area level. He got beat by Tommy Fury. He's going to get seriously hurt if Anthony Joshua wants to turn up and do that.
And after hearing everyone's reactions, seeing AJ train like a man bending time, listening to Nikisa speak like this is Jake's superhero audition, and watching Simon Jordan practically summon the boxing gods, here's the truth. This fight is both genius and madness. Joshua brings artillery, pride, and cold determination. Jake brings chaos, eyeballs, and nuclear-level ambition. Together, they created a match that makes boxing purists cry and casual fans celebrate. And as funny as it is, as chaotic as it feels, that tension keeps building. Because if AJ shows up sharp, focused, and mean, then we might see what heavyweight power really looks like. And trust me, when December 19th hits, you're not gonna want to blink.